This content is sponsored by HBC Solar PV Tech and Automaton Electronics and Security.
Hello, today is January 29th, 2025. I'd like to update you on the Honda merger. And I'd like to read an article again for that. This article is from drive.com. It says, Mitsubishi to sit out Nissan and Honda merger report. Reports claim Mitsubishi will sit out the proposed merger between two of Japan's top car brands, but it's unclear if it would also cut its current ties to Nissan and go alone. The proposed merger between Honda and Nissan will not include Mitsubishi, which will instead remain an independent company, according to a report out of Japan. It is despite the close relationship between Nissan and Mitsubishi today, which sees the former own about a quarter of the latter, and the pair share underpinnings and technology across key models. Japanese newspaper Yomiuri via Industry Journal Automotive News claims Mitsubishi has elected to sit out the merger and remain independent, citing unnamed sources. The company stated at the announcement of merger talks in December, it would decide by the end of January 2025 whether to join the Nissan-Honda merger, which, if given the green light, is planned to be completed by August 2026. A statement reportedly issued by Mitsubishi to overseas media said the company is still considering its options, and that the Japanese newspaper's information was not released by Mitsubishi. Nissan is the biggest stakeholder in Mitsubishi Motors, though the former announced in November it would sell part of its 34% stake in the latter, Honda, specifically 149 million to its 506 million shares, back to the brand known for models like Triton and Pajero. It is unclear what sitting out of the Honda-Nissan merger would mean before tying the knot, and if will sell Honda-Nissan. A number of its current models share underpinnings and parts with Nissan's, in particular the Mitsubishi Outlander and Nissan X-Trail SUVs, as well as the new Mitsubishi Triton and the next Nissan Navara UTEs, though the former pair are made in different factories. If Mitsubishi parts ways entirely and does not maintain a relationship with the merged Nissan-Honda company, it would be left increasingly vulnerable in a car market contending with the rise of Chinese brands and move to electric cars. With no other car brand with which to share development costs, Mitsubishi would need to amortize its investments across its annual sales of less than 1 million vehicles. That's 789,000 in 2023. In contrast, Nissan and Honda combined sell more than 7.2 million cars annually. The Nissan-Honda merger may still become the third largest automotive group in the world, ahead of Hyundai, Genesis, and Kia's 7 million sales in 2023, but behind the Volkswagen Group about 9 million and the Toyota's Group about 11 million. In 2016, Mitsubishi became the third member of the technical alliance between Nissan and Renault, established in 1999. And all three share development resources, technology, and models, including Australia's new Mitsubishi ASX, that is rebadged as Renault. Renault has sold off much of its stake in Nissan in recent years, the two brands looking to own just 15% of each other, but Honda reportedly asked Nissan to buy out the rest of Renault's stake if the merger goes ahead. Confirmation of Mitsubishi's decision to sit out the merger may come early next week when it reports its latest round of financial results on the 3rd of February. And that is an article, again, in drive.com by Alex Misoyanis, Deputy News Editor. And I'll put the link below. This is a very clear-cut article, which basically reports a surprise to me, and perhaps many of you guys in the audience. Mitsubishi, the giant, the legendary, the company that goes way back, pre-World War II company with Japan, decides to stay sovereign and independent. That is huge, and it is something that I believe it's a relief to me, because I believe they came out of this with open eyes now. The company, Mitsubishi, I am quite sure will come out of this with open eyes and basically restructure significantly to where they are able to compete somehow. Not sure how they're going to do it. I'm not sure if they're going to shrink as a company or expand into the EV markets a lot more aggressively. Hopefully, the latter is the option they choose. Honda and Nissan appear to be quite serious with this merger, and we'll see how it comes out, how it plays out, and we'll hope for the best for both companies. I believe I'm a quite invested person in Nissan, especially. I do own a Nissan vehicle, so we're just putting that forth rights out there in clear terms. I do own a 2024 Nissan Ariya, so I do have interest in the company making it out intact, perhaps keeping its name, its badge, which again goes back even farther into history than even Toyota and Honda. Both. Nissan is a pioneer. It is together with the brand, with its previous name Datsun, is a legendary company that goes way back, pre-World War. I'm talking about late 1930s, with its first export, I believe, its first exported vehicle. I believe it was called, yep, I'm just looking it up right now. The first Nissan vehicle exported from Japan was the Datsun 10T. That is 10 T is in Tango. A light commercial vehicle, LCV, that rolled out of the assembly line in February 1935. The Datsun 10T was also the first Nissan vehicle to be produced. And I will put a picture of that. The Nissan 10T is a very classic design, which many other companies, I believe, copied at the time, including Toyota and later on Honda. So Nissan is a true pioneer, make no mistake, and I will put the link for this information below. And that is it. I will keep it at that. This report is quite surprising, quite refreshing to me. You guys tell me what you think may happen, and do you think it's a good or bad idea, or maybe you don't know about this decision from Mitsubishi to pull out, they call it sit out, of the Honda-Nissan merger. Thank you very much. Do put your comments below. Thank you. I do read those.